Yo, what's good, everyone? It's my Raw review, August 22nd, 2011. Raw just went up there literally 2-3 minutes ago. And I gotta say, I thought this was a fucking damn good Raw. Really fucking good. Um, the crowd was great. I mean, Canada, no matter where in Canada, the crowds are always great. It was in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada tonight. We saw a title change, had some good matches, some good segments. I just thought tonight's Raw was fucking awesome. WWE is stepping up their game, and I don't remember the last time I was more into the WWE product and the storylines that are going on right now. Um, so yeah, kudos to Vince or whoever's pulling the strings nowadays. You guys are doing fucking hell of a job. You certainly got my attention. So yeah, let's just go through Raw. I missed the first like 5 minutes of it, but I kind of know I turned it on. Basically, nothing really happened. But Raw opens with a segment in the ring with CM Punk, John Cena, and the WWE champion Alberto Del Rio. I don't know like who came out first to open the show and then who followed. So, but basically they all like insulted each other. Cena and Punk both want to exact their rematch clauses tonight. And Del Rio says he's ignoring both of them. Punk tells Cena he beat him twice, fair and square, and that it's his time for his rematch. And Cena basically says, "No, I'm exacting my rematch clause." And Triple H comes out and says Del Rio has a matchup next, so don't go anywhere. And Punk will face Cena in the main event tonight to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. We go to commercial. And back from commercial, Del Rio's in the ring for his match. So the opening contest of the night is Alberto Del Rio versus John Morrison. Out comes Morrison. So yeah, Morrison versus Del Rio. This was a really good match. I thought it was match of the night. This was pay-per-view quality in my opinion. Del Rio won a really good match with a cross arm breaker. I'm happy how they're pushing Del Rio now that he's champion. They're having him win matches with his arm breaker. I just think that's awesome. Yeah, Del Rio won, and then he attacked Morrison after the match for a little. Sorry about that. Bit of a text. And then, yeah, after the match, we see Kelly and Eve in the locker room talking. We get a commercial. And so back from commercial, the Bellas are in the ring, and now comes Eve with Kelly. And Eve went back to her normal thing. I thought her remixed version of her theme was better, but oh well. So it's Eve versus Nikki Bella, I believe it was. By the way, the Bellas have a YouTube channel. It's like I think it's Nicole Brianna TV. You guys should check that out. They answer like questions from fans and shit, and they're sexy as hell. So you should get on that. Yeah, again, their channel is called Nicole Brianna TV. If you want to check that out. Look at me plugging the Bella twins. Eve won the match. It was an alright match with her swinging neck breaker. Again, Kelly's on the outside. All I heard, "Come on, Eve." Just like, "Come on, AJ." Like, say something else, you dumb blonde hoe. It's one with her swinging neck breaker. And after the match, Natalya Beth Phoenix came out to the ramp. Who were in their, sexy tight dresses again. And during the match, they showed them like cutting. It was like a little promo, I guess they had backstage that said basically people like, what did they say? It was like people think we're jealous because we want to be pretty like Kelly and all them. Like we don't think they want to have voluptuous bodies like them. We don't. It's like, but we know what we do want, but we're not going to tell you. So I don't know what that is. But so after that, then they backstage we see Kevin Nash walking, and we go to commercial. Back from commercial, we see what happened with Jack Swagger and Vicky Guerrero last week. So out comes Vicky, who I gotta say she has lost some weight. I gotta give her credit. Hey, I'd put it in her. That's just me. Yeah, out comes Vicky, who introduces her possible new client, Jack Swagger. So Alex Riley is already in the ring. He apparently requested this rematch. So Alex Riley versus Jack Swagger. Dolph Ziggler comes down during the match and he's trying to he's saying to Vicky like, "What are you doing?" or whatever. I didn't really see what happened, but Vicky got knocked down. I don't know if Dolph pushed her, but Swagger was like, "What are you doing?" And he got rolled up by Riley for the 3. I'd like to see a Dolph Ziggler Alex Riley feud develop for the U.S. title. Even add Jack Swagger in there. Bring meaning to the U.S. title, like a triple threat match feud for the U.S. title. I think that'd be cool. I mean, Jack Swagger, U.S. champ, that's like fitting for him since he's the All-American American. But Riley won with the roll-up, and then backstage we see Triple H. We go to commercial, and back from commercial out comes the game. So Trips gets on the mic and says there's a lot of controversy going on with the whole Kevin Nash situation, but he thinks he and Kev are on the same page. So calls Kev out, and he still has no music. I guess because they said he doesn't work there. So Kev says he was going to come out here and apologize to Punk, but after what he said to him last week, no chance of that. And Tripp says he understands Punk crossed the line, but he tells Kev you can't just come out here and call someone out. You don't work here. And he repeated that a few times, like, you don't work here. You can't just do whatever you want. And then Nash said the security wasn't for him last week. It was for Punk because everyone knows I could have killed him. And then out comes Punk. He insults Kevin Nash, says something about his like hair color. What's that shit called? Just for Men, like hair coloring. That was pretty funny. He says, Punk says, "You're damn right. I crossed the line last week. That's what I do." There were really loud CM Punk chants. This guy is so over right now. It's awesome. And plus Canada, those fans are great. And he says he's gonna kick Kevin Nash's ass right now. And Tripp steps in front, and Punk like swipes his hand away, like, get your hands off me. And then Punk insults Triple H. He says, like, oh, why don't you check, like, Stephanie's purse where your cell phone is? And I think he said where you also keep your balls. He was just insulting the hell out of him. And then Triple H says, don't just think just because I have this gig that I'm, like, not the same guy I've always been, and I won't get physical because I'll drop you where you stand right now. Then Nash hits Punk with a cheap shot, and then he leaves the ring. Punk's up in the ring. He's kind of just like has a kind of smirk on his face. And up next is a match for the tag team titles. Otunga McGillicuddy defending against Evan Bourne. We go to commercial. Back from commercial, we see Kevin Nash and Triple H walking backstage, and Kevin says, like, really, man? He's like 4 weeks in a suit, and you're like this now? And he says, I never thought I'd say this, but you've changed, man. So yeah, then Nash walks away, and Triple H looks pissed. Like, damn it. Back to the ring, out comes Kofi Kingston, followed by Evan Bourne, and then out next are the tag team champions, David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. David Otunga is a joke, I'm sorry. McGillicuddy has talent, but Kofi, so Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston versus David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Kofi and Evan Bourne won. I was pretty like, I was into this, and I was into this match, and I was pumped that they won. The crowd went crazy. I'm happy to see these two tag champs. Maybe they can rebuild the tag team division now. Kofi hit Otunga with a shooting Trouble in Paradise from the outside of the ring. He was on the outside of the ropes, and then Otunga was on the inside. Then Bourne hit Shooting Star Press, Airborne or whatever. And then backstage, Josh Matthews is talking to them after we get back from commercial, and they're showered with champagne by Zack Ryder and Derek Bateman, who I thought is heel on NXT. I don't watch that show, but I saw a promo he cut, and he's heel now. And Titus O'Neil, it looked like, and then Oksana was there as well, Derek Bateman. I don't know what the hell that was about, but and then backstage we see Triple H walk in. He's stopped by John Laurinaitis, who tells Trips that Kev's just been in a car accident, and he gives Triple H the address of the hospital. He says, I wasn't given any details about the accident. And Trips is like, I'm going to head there now. You got this? And Ace is like, yeah, I got it. So that was that segment. So right there I was like, whoa, this shit, WWE's getting good again. I'm like really, I haven't been into their product in a long time. Yeah, so back, and then we go to commercial. Back from commercial, Santino to the ring, but Miz and R-Truth ambush him from behind. So I like to see, and then they each hit their finishers on him in the ring. And Truth gets on the mic and says, you see what just happened to little Jimmy? That's what's going to happen every time. And Truth brings up the conspiracy again and mentions how Triple H, Kevin Nash, Punk, and Steph all sit around the conspiracy table and conspire. Really funny. Truth's awesome. And then, yeah, and then Truth looks at Miz and says, we both used to main event, but not anymore with Triple H in charge. And Miz says, I never thought I'd say this, but you're absolutely right. There is a conspiracy, and Miz says I went from main eventing WrestleMania to doing Subway promos for Jared, and they both diss the Canadians, like, we're gonna talk real slow because I know you're not house trained, and that drew a lot of heat. And then Miz says we're tired of being underutilized, and they both finish with their catchphrases. And then Truth freestyles to his theme, and it was hilarious. And then he and Miz, instead of saying, what's up, they'd say, you suck, and, like, point to the crowd. Fucking hilarious. I'm pumped to see where this goes. Just that's what I'm saying. There's so many angles now going. It's, like, it's crazy. So then backstage we see Punk and Cena heading to the ring, and it looks like the main event's up next. commercial. Back from commercial, we see what happened to Rey Mysterio last week. How Del Rio attacked him after the match. So Alberto Del Rio is at ringside along with John Laurinaitis. We were both sitting on opposite ends of the announcer's table. Versus CM Punk, do a nice pop, and then followed by John Cena, who also got a nice pop. John Cena versus CM Punk to determine the #1 contender for Alberto Del Rio's WWE title at Night of Champions. For the main event, pretty good match. They both hit their finishes. They each kicked out. And when Punk hit the GTS, Cena kicked out. I had a feeling Cena was going to win. And then Cena at FU, he kicked out. But then Nash came at, Punk kicked out. And then Nash comes out. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Obviously not in a car accident, per se. And then Cena wins when Kevin Nash comes out and distracts Punk, who is like, what the hell, and turns around to an FU for the 3, kind of like how Cena turned around into the GTS at Money in the Bank. So Cena hits the FU for the 3, and after the match, Alberto Del Rio beats the shit out of Cena. He comes in, hits the Insiguri, Insiguri in the corner of him, then hits with right hands, punching the shit out of him. The referee and John Laurinaitis step in, like, back him up, like, come on, Alberto, like, that's enough. And then Del Rio hits Cena, smashes this title on him, like, right in his chest, and then he kicks him to the outside and throws Cena into the barricade. Cena's just out. And Raw ends with Cena down on the outside and Del Rio looking pretty intense, basically into the camera. So, hell, if at Night of Champions, if Del Rio, I hope he goes over, but I would love to see him make Cena tap out with his cross arm breaker. I've never seen John Cena tap out. Maybe he did when he started as a rookie, or one of those, when he was a heel. But I've never seen him tap out. So I think Del Rio, if he put the cross arm breaker on him, I'd love to see Cena put him over by tapping out. But that's how Raw ends. I thought this was a hell of a Raw. I was into it from start to finish. I mean, hell, I was even into the Divas match. It wasn't horrible, and plus they're hot as hell. So I thought this Raw was awesome. WWE is going in the right direction. They need to just keep doing what they're doing. It's awesome. I'm so pumped to see where this Kevin Nash angle goes. And another thing I'm happy about, there's no more really of the Raw GM chiming in, because I just read that they're actually trying to end that storyline. They're going to end that storyline soon, because it's been over 14 months. And I heard that Kevin Nash is to be revealed as the GM. I don't know if they still have that in plan, but I know they're trying to end that storyline soon. But, yeah, Raw was awesome tonight. The John Morrison-Alberto Del Rio match was really good. Cena, I had a feeling he was going to win because Punk beat him the last 2 times. So, hey, a Cena-Del Rio feud, that could be good. Hey, I'm not going to lie. Cena can put on good matches. I'll give the guy credit. He works his ass off. I know he can put on good matches. I just hate how he just keeps getting title shot after title shot. That's my main beef. And obviously his fucking jokes suck. But so, I mean, this feud should be good. I'm hoping Del Rio goes over in the end. I don't want to see him have a month-long title reign like Christian just had, but... And what, Cena win it back, become, what, a 12-time WWE champion? That means he'll only be 1 title reign behind Triple H. And 4 away from breaking Ric Flair's record, which I hope, God forbid, never happens. But yeah, Raw was awesome tonight. I can't wait to see what happens next week. So comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought. Again, let me know who you said. I said in my Raw preview, let me know you thought Sting sent Kevin Nash that text message. Yeah, so, like I said, Raw's awesome. WWE is just getting really good again. I'm just pumped to see what happens from here on out. I enjoyed Raw. Hope you guys did too. Comment, subscribe, like always, and let me know what you thought of the show down in the comments. And have a good night, guys. I'm out. Peace.